Hi, Leo. Welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for April of 2020. We got your Mercury spanning three signs. We got your new moons and full moons and Venus and Mars relationship themes. Oh my goodness, we've got it all. Hey, Julia, why don't you start the ball rolling with Venus?
Sure. Well, hey, Leo. So, Venus is the planet of socializing, and she's going to be entering Gemini, which is your 11th house, on April 3rd.
Hmm.
And the 11th house is the house of friends and networks. So, you may want to go out and spend some time with your buddies or any groups you're a part of. That could be anything from a business association to a team, an athletic team, or maybe a recovery program. And if you're single, then you may want to try your hand at some online dating too at this time, because the 11th house correlates with all types of networks, including technological ones like the internet.
Mm.
Or it's also possible that you could meet someone new through a friend as well. So, next planet I want to talk about is Mars. And Mars entered the sign of Aquarius during the very final days of March, and it's going to remain in Aquarius throughout the entire month of April. So that means that Mars is going to be in your seventh house of partnership all month.
Mm.
Now, Mars is the planet of activity, it's the planet of where we're the most driven. So you could feel very driven to sort of spending time with a partner, especially working on some sort of joint activity with a partner instead of on your own. That's definitely the best use of this energy, though this can be a very conflict prone transit. So just be careful of running into fights with your boo as well.
Yeah.
Now, the last planet I want to talk about is Mercury. And Mercury is moving super fast this month, so it's going to be going through three of your houses. So it's going to begin this month in your eighth house of shared resources, because it begins the month in the sign of Pisces. So during that time, you could be putting your mind on things like your debts, your inheritances, your investments, or any other shared resources you have, because Mercury is the planet of thinking. And wherever we have it is where our thoughts go. Then on April 10th, Mercury moves into the sign of Aries, which is your ninth house. And it's going to be there for only 17 days because it's moving so fast. So Mercury, again, that planet of communication and thinking, entering the ninth house, which is the house of the higher mind, means that you might be spending your time thinking about very worldly, philosophical, or maybe even spiritual subjects. This is also the house of promotion. So if you do anything to promote yourself, let's say you either work in some marketing capacity, or maybe you do some self-promotion on social media, then this could be a really good time for thinking up new strategies and ideas to really help you do your best there. Then on April 27th, Mercury enters Taurus, which is your 10th house, and that's the house of career. And it's, going to stay there for the rest of the month because April is only, a few days longer than the 27th. So if you do any work which is Mercury related, that means anything that involves writing, speaking, teaching, buying, and selling, then this could be a very productive period for you. And it's also a great time to strategize about your career in general. And what do you see going on this month with the moons, Jamie?
I think because I just want to say a little bit about that Mercury, just because I think, that Mercury, it began in the eighth house, which is a great time for talking about money, that you share with somebody, like with a partner. And then in the ninth house is a really great position for Mercury around promoting a business. And then it lands in the 10th house. So there's just so much juice there for business development, which is going to continue into May. And if you wanted to get a jump on that, Leo, and you really want to sort of master the next phase of marketing and growth of your business, you might consider a mission orders reading, a career reading, which can look at, directions to come, choices that you might want to be making, and in particular, upcoming career and money luck periods. This is something that we specialize in around here at Pandora Astrology. So I want to talk about the moons, though. The full moon of April 7th is falling in Libra, which is your third house, and it's hanging out with Juno in Libra. You might know, if you have looked at our 2020 news playlist on our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology, You might know that Juno is bringing us all through a relationship retrospective, a relationship renegotiation period. I can't even say that word this spring because she's retrograde, and that Venus is going to go retrograde soon, even while Juno is still retrograde. And it's just, there's so much relationship stuff going on, and this is going to really show up for you in the domain of communication because of the way this moon falls in the third house. So it's going to have a lot to do with focus. The sun up there in the ninth has to do with the big picture. The moon down here in the third has to do with focusing in on the small and immediate and communicating and articulating that. And so finding the balance between the big picture and the small details is what these conversations with your partner are really going to be all about. So look for those themes for about the 3 days surrounding April 7th. Now, later in the month, we have a new moon in Taurus, which is happening in your 10th house, and that's where Mercury landed. So, you know, the career themes are really big and important, and especially because Uranus has moved into your 10th house. And if you do literally have Leo rising, it depends a lot on what degree of Taurus your midheaven is. But you can rest assured that sometime during Uranus's 7-year passage along the sign of Taurus, it will be conjuncting your midheaven, and you are going to feel so freaking restless, and like you just want to burn down the whole career and start over with something very different. That's the kind of thing it's useful to get a jump on with an astrology reading. This new moon might really be like a harbinger of that kind of a mood. The way that this moon plugs into Uranus with its themes of innovation and the new and the different and the experimental, and puts that into a stressful square with Saturn in Aquarius, with its mixed themes of like, I want to climb to the top of the heap, but I kind of want to like not have to obey the rules of the heap. Yeah, there's a pretty big dilemma around that. So, yeah, I think that the new moon is going to bring a lot of stirring the pot, you know, feelings in career, and a readiness for change, planting the seeds for some big changes. You can always find videos about our new and full moons in our monthly playlists on our YouTube channel. So you'd find that in the April playlist. And I think that's everything we've got for you, Leo. I hope you enjoyed it. We put out these horoscopes always on our YouTube channel, but also on our website, Pandora Astrology /horoscope is where you will find them. And until next month, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye-bye.